Happy New Year, everyone! And welcome to this year's first edition of Cloud Data Science News for January 3rd, 2020. Well, there are absolutely no interesting announcements to discuss this week, so I thought I would do something a little bit different. I'm going to give my three big predictions for the cloud data science world for the year of 2020. So that's what we'll be talking about coming right up. For my first prediction, I think we're going to see a lot more cloud collaboration in 2020. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I believe the providers are going to start allowing you to run their services anywhere, whether that's on-prem or in other people's clouds. And we're starting to see a little bit of that with Azure Arc and AWS Outposts, but I think we're going to see a lot more of that coming up in 2020, and a lot of that is dependent on building your products based on open source solutions. So I think we're going to see that, and it's going to be a lot of cloud interoperability so that companies and organizations can run the products and the services that they want to run where they want to run them. So the providers are going to start meeting customers where the customers actually are instead of forcing the customers into their specific environment. So that's the first one. The second one is, I wasn't really sure what to call this, so I called it AutoML Drama because I didn't really know what else to call it. But AutoML is becoming really popular, and a number of organizations have really strong AutoML capabilities. I think we're going to see a little bit of drama in 2020 around when do you need to use AutoML? Is it better than humans? Should we be using it all? What is it good for? What is it not good for? And I think all of these are valid discussions and valid arguments to make, but I think we're just going to see a lot of what I'm calling AutoML drama coming in 2020. And my third prediction, which I feel like I might get a little bit of hate mail around this one, so I'm being a little, cautious with this one, but here's what I would say. I think 2020 we're going to see a move away from Jupyter notebooks. And I know this one seems kind of big. I don't know what it is yet, and I don't know what that next technology or that next solution is, but I feel a little bit like Jupyter notebooks were created for something really specific, data scientists exploring and sharing the data that they have and the analysis that they have, and it works really great for that. Once it gets into an enterprise environment where it needs things like source control and it needs to integrate with a DevOps environment, and you need to have a number of other enterprise type of things built onto it. You need a deployment strategy for it. I feel like all of those things, we currently can do some of them in Jupyter notebooks, but it feels a little clunky and like it's kind of, just patched on at the end. And it's not really built into what Jupyter Notebooks is supposed to do. So that's what I'm throwing out there. I think 2020, we're going to start seeing some alternatives for how do you do data science in an enterprise and how do you deploy that and roll that out. And I think it's not going to be based on Jupyter Notebooks. So those are my three big ones for the year. I think we're going to see a lot more cloud collaboration. We're going to see some AutoML drama. And I think Jupyter Notebooks is going to have a competitor that works a little bit better for an enterprise environment. So those are my predictions. I hope you find them. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm way off or if you think I'm right on. But thanks for watching, everybody.